Hey everybody, this is my first moto vlog and I'm pretty much just giving it a shot. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe button, comment down below. Let me know how I'm doing, as anything I can do better. I recently got a motorcycle about a year ago, a Kawasaki Ninja 400 2021, and for the most part I was sitting home relaxing and I decided, you know what, I really want a motorcycle. So I looked online about beginner bikes, and for the most part you pretty much have two choices. Choice number one, the standard motorcycle, the Harley Davidson, for those that are in layman terms that will probably imagine those are the standard kind of motorcycles. And number two is going to be a sports bike, kind of what I have right here. I've done a bunch of modifications to this bike as well. Oh, there's a good example. Option one, option two. I've done a lot of modifications to this bike throughout the winter time, and even near the end of summer, last summer, and the goal was just to fix it up, clean it up, and just always keep it. I always see videos online. I did a lot of research before I went and bought a Ninja 400, and basically what I saw was a lot of people just say that if they ever sell their bike, they regret their first bike. So I'm never selling this bike. I love this bike. This bike's great. For some, it's a beginner bike. For others, it's their permanent bike forever. And to be honest with you, I can see why. This is a great bike. It's not crazy fast like a Hayabusa, but it's not crazy slow. We're about to hop on a highway and you'll be able to see that in a minute, but this bike can move when it wants to. It's super light, super nimble, and for a beginner, it's really good. And it feels like a lot, but it's really not once you get the hang of it. The bike rides perfectly. I mean, the day you get it from even you get it used, it's gonna ride really well. The bike just knows like how to, I mean, if you know how to ride a motorcycle, you're gonna learn how to ride this bike relatively easy. If you're new at riding a motorcycle, this is probably one of the best bikes in the market to get, to ride a motorcycle, to learn. I learned this motorcycle and I learned with the minutes, to be honest with you. Some people may take longer than others. I'm not normally a fast learner. I'm a learner that needs to get involved to learn, and that's what I did. You're good. I bought this bike new from the dealer, and I hopped on it while never riding a bike, and I fell within the first second of mounting it. I fell, and then I got back on, and within, like I said, 5 minutes I'm riding it. Riding a motorcycle is not really that difficult, especially if you're doing your research online, like looking about how to do clutches and stuff like that. It's really easy. Once you understand that, it's simple to ride these things. The Ninja 400 is a phenomenal motorcycle because it's great for, like I said, learners and those that want to just keep it forever. And it's great. It's a great bike just to hop on even when you get a bigger bike. There's a lot of videos online about people that will get like a new Ducati V4 or a new Yamaha and still talk about how much they love their Ninjas, specifically the Ninja 400 series, 300, 250. Like, they love that stuff. And I understand why. I mean, it's a very light bike. It can go when it wants to go. Modding it is really easy. I put a lot of mods in this bike myself. It's just really, really easy. The first mod I did in this bike was clutch springs, and there's a ton of YouTube videos out there how to do it. So if you get a Ninja 400 and your clutch springs aren't that good, you can order better ones for like $40 and then do them yourself. And that's what I did. I'll probably have another video coming up talking about like all the mods I did for this bike and the mods I'm looking to do still. If I had to choose one thing I'm not a big fan of, is the seat. The seat in this bike is horrible. You might want to get yourself an aftermarket seat. They have the Norton seats. I personally have a gel seat, which is good enough for now. But you're going to want to get yourself a better seat eventually that's more softer, especially if you're looking to ride this bike a lot longer. I've dropped this bike a couple of times already, and it's going to happen, especially if you're new. Don't be afraid if you drop your bike. The main thing is make sure you don't get hurt. I mean, yeah, you might damage some fairings, but you can always buy new fairings falling getting road rash hurts more than buying any fairing, I promise you. Being that this bike's not a super sport, you see I'm in 5th gear and I'm at 70 miles an hour and I'm over 7,000 RPMs, and that's the kind of thing you get when you get a starter bike though. You're gonna get this kind of setup. You can get an ECM flash. You can look that up on YouTube. Gives your bike more power, unlocks your bike, whatever you want to call it. That's something I'm probably gonna do eventually, but I mean, you're getting a starter bike, you're getting starter results. I do think that, you know, some people do outgrow these bikes and get like a Gixxer's. Once again, like I said, if you want to go crazy, you can get like the Busso or like a Ducati V4, what have you, but it really depends on the rider. Me personally, I'm keeping this bike no matter what. I'm never getting rid of this bike. I'm gonna keep adding to this bike because I love this bike, and I personally am eventually gonna outgrow it, but doesn't mean I'll never leave it, because this bike is really fun. It's smooth, it rides nicely, and like I said, it's my first bike, and like I've seen so many videos on YouTube where people just immediately regret not, you know, immediately regret selling their first bike, and I just don't want to be that guy. I don't want to sell this bike and then buy it back later on and just regret every bit of it. I'm always gonna have this bike for the most part. So if you just recently got a Ninja 400, I just want to say congratulations. Be careful. I'll probably have some videos coming up, like people like this who just don't know how to drive in the lane. Just be really careful, because a lot of dumb drivers out there, you're gonna figure that out. I personally have a GoPro setup, and the reason why is, well, besides the idea of one day recording motovlogs like this, I got a GoPro set up because if someone does anything stupid, I can record it, which I think is really important for anybody. Even if you don't want to get a crazy, if you already have a GoPro, get like a chest mount. I think that you're gonna really appreciate that, especially if you're getting any kind of altercation. Some guy says he hit you, meanwhile, or some guy says you hit him, meanwhile he hit you. You just don't want to go through all that crap. So I would highly advise getting like a GoPro, and like I said, you don't need to get a chin mount if you don't want to do it. You can get a chest mount. They sell cheap ones on Amazon. You can get the official GoPro one. I have one, because when I first got this bike, that was my intentions as well. Another cool cheap thing that I really like is this little guy right here. This, I can just lay my wrist on it. I'm not sure about anybody, but as a new rider, well, it's been a year. Am I a new rider after a year? You let me know. But ideally, as a new rider, I see myself, you know, my right hand getting really like, can I squeeze the throttle? And evidently, you know, your hand doesn't like that. So this is a lot easier. You can just rest your wrist on it, and it's cheap. I think you could buy a 2-pack on Amazon, and that's what I did. I got this phone mount, if I was to call it, the phone grip or something like that. Like I said, I'll have a video going over all the accessories and everything I've done to this bike so far and the reasons why. I changed the exhaust. I actually have 2 Leo Vinci exhausts, and right now I have the level 10, LV10, or whatever they call it. I have that one now, but I also have the Evo as well. They're both great exhausts. I just want to get 2 because, like I said, eventually I'll get another bike, and probably gonna get another Kawasaki if I'm gonna be honest with you. This is an excellent bike. Been riding for about a year, and like I said, after a year, I feel like after a year of riding the Ninja 400, a lot of you riders will feel confident to ride this bike. Some of you might get bored of it and want to upgrade to a faster bike. Some of you will just keep the Ninja 400. It really depends what you want to do with it. I've taken this bike from where I live to Lexington, Kentucky, which is about 2 hours away, 2.5 hours away, and no problems besides the good old butt feeling a lot of pain because riding on this bike sucks for long durations, and I didn't have no gel mat. But overall, the bike's excellent. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about my first moto vlog. I do talk a lot. I'm just really excited about this bike, and I really like it. I know there's a lot of other people out there with the Kawasaki Ninja 400 models. So comment down below. Let me know what model, what year, what color, and how you like it so far. Have a good one, everybody.